drama between Sunny and Skeppy because Sunny made a one of them rise and fall videos that a lot of YouTubers make, and Skeppy decided to respond to it, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of an L response, not gonna lie.
Sunny, why are you doing this to yourself? None of the content that you seem like you actually wanted to make had anything to do with what you do now. It seems like your genuine opinion doesn't really line up.
A lot of the video in Skeppy's response is used to criticize Sunny for being a hypocrite or creating content that he makes just because it's popular and not because he wants to make it, right? Which, even if all of these points were valid, and I'm not saying they're valid or not because I don't really want to get into it, it's not a fair response to things that Sunny made directed at Skeppy. This is what we would call an argument fallacy, where Skeppy brings in point to an argument that Sunny did not originally make. He does this in a way to defame Sunny's character, to make it like, look, he's done all this other stuff, so therefore what he's saying cannot be right. But that's not how argument works, right? Sunny could literally be the worst person in history, and he could still make a point that is right and accurate criticism, or whatever, right? And Skeppy doing this is kind of a way to deflect criticism, really, and just trying to push off, look, Sunny bad, and just not really address a lot of things that Sunny did. It's very unclear at points what Skeppy is even very upset about at times. This response makes it seem like he's rather just very salty that Sunny basically said, Lamau, you fell off, L plus ratio. Like, I mean, he just seems like he got mad at somebody saying ratio, like, bruh. Sunny's video begins with him documenting Skeppy's past and whatever experiences with A6D, right? And I'm gonna be honest, I was there for a lot of this drama, especially the whole 14 meme, right? The good days where it all started. I was there for this. It's not inaccurate, it's pretty valid. Like, that's what happened. This is how I remember this happening. Sunny begins to talk about past dramas with A6D. And even at points, he defends A6D.
To be fair to A6D, some of the points made in this thread are complete nonsense.
Sunny uses his drama as a way of saying that this affected Skeppy's career in a negative way. Skeppy's response to this was in the description and not in the actual video itself, kind of weird, where basically he says, but my most viewed time period on YouTube is after I split up with the trio and after I stopped hanging out with these friends, so therefore it really did not affect my career at all whatsoever, right? However, I would argue that yes, the way your friends behave online, the drama you get yourself into, the drama your friends get into, does affect your career. It's affecting his career right now, right? Because Sunny would not have had this point in the video to make, right? Skeppy would not have to respond to it. There's an effect on his career, and views don't necessarily determine effect on career, right? You could have YouTubers who do really bad stuff and their views are going up. However, it affects public relations with you, right? Most people see this and be like, oh, this guy, he's all full of drama, right? It affects your career one way or another. Whether you meant it to affect your career or not, it does. Another thing Sunny brought up was faking vids, right? Now, Sunny never specifically says that he actually has a problem with this. He just is like, oh yeah, there was some drama where these people were like, wait, he's faking vids? And like, it is kind of obvious that Skeppy's always been faking his vids. I mean, there's no way Bad Boy Halo falls for the same little troll 14 all the time, right? Like, it's pretty obvious it's fake. Skeppy also says, wait, look, read my channel description. I always put that my videos or skits are faked, right? And yeah, to his credit, he has. I'm aware if he has because I've read his descriptions before. I know he's done this. But it doesn't change anything. It's not even like Sunny was like, you're bad for doing this. He's simply saying that there were people calling him out for doing this. It's reporting. This isn't a content cop. He's not attacking Skeppy. He's just saying that there are people who are attacking from this. He's not personally doing that himself. It's just so weird how Skeppy like takes it personal or something. Another one of Sunny's things that he brings up is the anti-Skeppy server, which I'm gonna be honest, I just bring this up to show how fair Sunny is, right? Because he doesn't even outright say this thing that Skeppy did was bad. He simply said, look, there's this guy on TikTok calling him out for this. And yeah, because personally, I don't even think that the whole situation's bad. Like, it's not like Skeppy like took the other guy's build and was like, hey guys, I brought this. No, he just was like, hey, look at this server that he built on his own and faked. But again, it's not really that bad of a problem. So it's just kind of weird how like, bruh, why are we mad at him? Why are we mad at Sunny for this? He's merely just reporting other people criticizing him. It's not even like it's his own criticism. He doesn't even say that he agrees with the TikToker.
At the same point in time, it would be revealed that Skeppy had been scamming his audience in more than one way.
Skeppy won at this point. Like, he came out with the receipts, bro. He came out with everything. But these receipts and whatever weren't available when Sunny made this video. And Skeppy made the point he could have just asked him about it, and that's fair. Fair criticism. Skeppy then again calls Sunny a hypocrite because Sunny also previously in the past said the F slur, right? And it's kind of like, bruh, my mans was just reporting people getting mad at you for saying something in the past. He's not even agreeing with their criticism. He's just saying that's what happened, and that could be a reason why your views have declined. All right, and views declining that's not even a bad thing. That happens to everybody. It's gonna happen to everybody. Every YouTuber ever, their views are gonna decline at one point. It's just a natural thing. Sunny is just trying to find a specific point or specific moments that were detrimental to your downfall. The downfall, which isn't even, bro, if your downfall is like averaging like 600,000 views per video or like a million, like who cares, my guy? Like, that's a pretty good downfall, you know? Like, I bet anybody would take that. Oh, and it's true, Sunny did not include your response to those, the slurred thing, and it's like, bruh, who cares? Honestly, like, it's not a big deal. Like, we were all children a few years ago. Like, bruh, like, everybody does the bad. He doesn't even call you out on it and says that you need to be canceled for that. He just says that people called you out and wanted you to be canceled for it. He never said himself that, yeah, this guy's career should end because he did this.
Video to his second channel.
I deleted the tweet because I genuinely did not mean any disrespect toward anyone.
Maybe he didn't include the apology because he just included an apology of you apologizing for another tweet anyway. I think most viewers would have more than 14 brain cells and realize that, hey, wait a minute. It kind of seems like this guy is genuinely sorry for all these kind of things. And we don't need his individual apology for every little drama that has happened, because you've gotten yourself in a lot of little drama. Not even your fault necessarily. I mean, these are kind of stupid. I don't think you should have been canceled for these things, Mr. Skeppy. But, it affects your views. That's how that works.
The worst thing to have come about as a result of this cancellation attempt was someone creating a burner account to create a long string of fake allegations.
There's no problem with this, right? He even calls it fake allegations. Like, bruh, he's just reporting. This is just proof. I'm putting this in the video to show proof that he's just simply reporting his version of what he's seeing happening, alright?
I used to watch all of Skeppy's videos. All of them. And he uploaded twice a day.
By clicking this button right here.
It's very intense. I hate to say it, I miss the old Skeppy. I'm not a big fan of the hyper-edited, in-your-face, I feel like I could die. And I don't want to die.
It's a good point. Skeppy's new style feels like a bit of a Mr. Beast gaming ripoff.
Before Mr. Beast actually started doing events, he called me and he said, hey, I'm making Minecraft events. Want to make a video together? Because I don't want people thinking I ripped you off. Those were his exact words.
Now, the problem with this is that Skeppy kind of responds to a point that Sunny didn't really make. Sunny's main point was that his style is similar to Mr. Beast and feels like a ripoff, where he doesn't outright call the video content a ripoff. And these two things are different, way different from each other. Sunny never made the point and never said that Skeppy stole the idea for challenge videos. That's not a point that was made, because it's very clear Skeppy did not, right? But it's not a point that he made. All he said was that his style has become similar to Mr. Beast, and that this might impact his views. He doesn't even say that having a style similar to Mr. Beast is bad. He just says that, it's kind of annoying, like that's what Mr. Tommy Innan said, it's kind of annoying, and it's just not how it used to be, which could be impacting his views. It could be why people are watching it less, which I agree. The new, super loud, in-your-face kind of thing, it's sort of annoying.
It's very intense. I hate to say it, I miss the old Skeppy. I'm not a big fan of the hyper-edited, in-your-face, I feel like I could die.
Just to input my opinion, there's nothing wrong with making a video that you create or make, alright? You could literally have the same topic, same idea, and same points. But if you make it in a style that's your own, that's fine. You could even use another creator's style, right? But if things play out differently, you switch it up a little bit, it's fine. You can't just recreate a video. That's just my own little insertion to this point. There's not really anything special about it, but yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Skeppy time and time again claims that, Sunny's video creates a false narrative, and I can't show you a clip because I've watched Skeppy's videos so many times and it gives me a headache the amount of stuff that's happening. I think it's kind of it was funny the first time, but after the first 100 times, it's like I don't want to look for a specific clip in a video that's not very well organized. It's kind of like this one, actually. Yeah, it's kind of funny. But he says, oh, Sunny's got a false narrative all the time, and he really just he really just doesn't. There's not really a false narrative, you know, other than the scam thing. There's not a false narrative that is really created. Like, yeah, even like Tommy Innit being like, oh man, I miss the old Skeppy. It's true. It's a true narrative. That he has proof of people saying this, that it's a narrative that is real and exists. Another one of the things Skeppy has in his videos is about pizza, and he's like, Sunny is criticizing me for faking buying pizza, and it's like, that's not why Sunny had that in the video. Sunny had that in the video to show that, hey, yo, some people are catching on that these are fake, people are making a deal out of this, right? And it's kind of stupid. It really doesn't matter. Sunny's not personally trying to cancel you for lying about pizza, okay? It don't matter. It's just kind of like, you take his weakest point, one of his weaker points, and you make that a huge chunk of your video for some reason. I guess just to show how ridiculous his claims are, but it really just diminishes any point you would have made, because it just comes off as like, this is the only point that I could really truly argue against, because apparently Mr. Skeppy doesn't really know how to argue that well. Overall, this was just kind of an L for the Skep, man, not gonna lie. It just seems like he really just cares about being called like, L, you fell off. You know, it doesn't seem like he really understood a lot of Sunny's points, or maybe he was just deliberately switching up his points in the video. I don't know, but I do hope they just work things out, because this drama is kind of stupid. It's kind of over nothing. It's kind of pointless, really. You know, and Skeppy, like, bro, who cares if you fell off, my guy? Like, former YouTube legend. Like, bro, that's a good title. Former YouTube legend. Like, come on now, man. Great title. You don't need to be on the grind. And like I said, you're falling off. It's only 600,000 views, bro. Only 1 million views per video. That's your falling off. You're fine.
What?
Japanese symbol for beginner, Japanese symbol for beginner, Japanese symbol for beginner, Japanese symbol for beginner, Japanese symbol for beginner.